So, a lot of people want to know
how we met. Basically, he was telling me he stalked me. Basically,
I just told her, put your number in my phone before I don't want it no more.
basically the story of how I personally met him. And
I saw her. I said,
always tell me how like he saw me like way before, and honestly, honey, I just don't even remember.
In Austin, and we do like this little pregame.
It was in Austin, Texas, and we were all there, and he said he was there, and that's when he saw me or whatever.
I was just there for no reason, you know what I'm saying?
I just don't even remember.
I had thoughts, I was like, dang, bro, I said, should I grab her? But I ain't think the timing was right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got out of a relationship, so I was chilling. So, you know what I'm saying? Some people that she knows walk in, she start yelling, like, up top. I'm like, dang, this girl is loud.
It's just, I saw everybody else who I haven't seen for a long time. I was just like, hey, you know, catching up with everyone, hugging them, talking, you know, stuff like.
You know what I'm saying? She cute, but dang, she loud. So, she is extremely loud. So later on that night, I see her at like, we can't get into the club, we can't get into the party, like it's completely sold out. They had to refund everybody their money, you know what I'm saying? But she's just screaming like, no, they need to give me my money, they need to do this right now, and I'm not. And so her friends just slapped her, like, shut up. And I was like, dang, bro, these girls crazy. Now that didn't happen, but her friend did put her in check. Shut up, you acting like these. I see her again at the ASO. And, you know what I'm saying? She looked good. I'm like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. She's outside. She's talking to some dude. So I hit up David. I'm like, hey, bro, you see your girl over there? Like, you think she cute? Or, you know, David, he blind, bro. Like, his opinion doesn't matter for anything. Like, if David says she's cute, you might as well look the other way, bro, because David is blind, bro. I was like, bro, I'm gonna grab her, bro. I'm gonna make sure I get her, bro. You know, so that's just, you know, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Like, we gonna grab that eventually. We gonna try to get the opportunity whenever the opportunity's right. I don't see this girl again, bro. Kid you not. We go to parties, other parties. But like before the banquet, was it the banquet or party? I think it was before like the last night. I see her, she pull up in a car with her homegirls and so whatever. My homeboy saying, what's up? So she just staring at me like, I don't even think she was blinking, bro. Like, she was just looking at me. Just, I don't even know where to carry. I don't even know where to look right now. I don't see her again. You know what I'm saying? And then it wasn't until like maybe 2 months later, bro, I get on Snapchat and I'm like, oh, that's her girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't never going to tech. So I need to do something to get in contact. So I hit up her homegirl and I'm like, hey, bro, put me on, put me down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Instead of her homegirl put me on, she's like, no. What you mean no? So she like, no, nah, I'm not giving you her number. I'm not doing that. And I'm salty, bro. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? So I text back, like, why can't I get the number? Because I like you. So, like, what does that mean to me, bro? Like, I don't care if you... So basically, she shoot a shot. I say no. You know what I'm saying? I ain't checking for you. So she's like, I'm gonna put you down. So she gives the information to, you know what I'm saying, Jen. And, man, I didn't hear back from them for like 3 weeks, bro. Later, she's like, yeah, I gave her a number. She said you're cute, whoopie whoop, da da da. You know, Jen say she ain't say that, but who knows at this point. But we basically talked from then on, like, I don't know about y'all, but like when I was coming up, there would be like this voice that I would put on. So everything was pretty much like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Like it had to be smooth. I had to come off like smooth. You don't want them to think like, you know, square or anything like that. So everything was like smooth to the T. And so I basically gave her the impression that I was like this hood dude. And, you know, she didn't want to talk to me because she thought I was ghetto, and you know what I'm saying? But I just want to shout out to Stephanie's and the people who was in her ear, you know what I'm saying, letting her know that I was the best thing that was ever gonna happen to her. And like, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And if you hear her side of the story, she'll probably tell you that I stalked her, that I was like stalking her Instagram. I did look at her Instagram, but that was because I didn't know that she was, you know, we were following each other. But let her tell it, bro. Ferd was in this thing stalking her. And I don't stalk nobody. That don't even make sense. But yeah, man. So that's the story about how we got together.
Hey, honey. How you doing? Chilling in the Holiday Inn. My color pop. Okay. Pop. Take two. Now, how we met. So, I have a friend, and at the time we were roommates, and she would always kind of tell me like, hey, you know, there's this dude, he thinks you're cute, he likes you, blah, blah, blah. At the time, I was in a relationship, so I wasn't really checking for nobody or him or anything like that. So this one night, it was like right before we were going to bed, and we were in her room. We were just talking, you know, chatting, having fun, whatever. And I feel like we made a Snapchat that day. I don't really remember. I mean, that night or whatever. But then she said it again. She's like, so remember that dude I told you about? And it's like, she kept giving me more details, but it's like, I still don't know who this person is. And I feel like she said something like, oh, you may have seen him before, but I just wasn't registering it or whatever. December break, Christmas break / New Year's or whatever, she had came over. We had went out to eat, did a whole bunch of stuff that day. Then we came back to my house and we were just talking. Oh yeah, remember that boy? Well, he wants your number. And I'm just like, oh, I wasn't really looking to be texting anyone or getting to know anyone, like. So I was just like, you know, I was being iffy. I was just like, And then she was like, well, I'm just gonna give it to him anyways. And I was just like, okay, wait, I have to see, like, show me something or whatever. And so she showed me. I was like, oh, I guess he's cute or whatever. And so I was just like, okay. She gave him my number, she left, and then I want to say an hour, 30 minutes later, he had texted me, and he's like, oh, hey, it's Ferd. And me, trying to be all like, you know, cute or whatever, I was just like, oh, who is this? Who's Ferd or whatever? And he was like, oh, I didn't tell you. I was just like, oh, that's you. Oh, hey, you know, like being stupid. Like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, what's up? You know, I FaceTime my other friend, and I was just like, my cousin. And I was like talking to her. I was just like, hey, so this just happened. I don't know what to do. You know, I just broke up with blah, blah, blah. I don't really want to talk to nobody. Everyone just wants to waste my time. I want love. I want something real or whatever. And she was just like, okay, so just go with it. Like, how do you know this is not the one? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, because all the other times they were the one and they're not the one. It was just like, just go with it. Like, who cares? Like, you're young. I don't know why, like, you're really looking for that right now. Anyways, and I was like, you know what? You're right. Whatever. So me and him were texting. And then that night, we basically agreed to like talk on FaceTime. I wasn't about to go put on makeup for nobody. It's like, if you don't like me how I look without makeup, then it's alright. I really don't care. Thankful for me, I had makeup on from that day when me and Fatima went out. So, honey, I know I sound like a hypocrite, whatever. Anyways, so we were on FaceTime. So I was over here, like, he called. I was like, oh no, okay, it's him. Okay, relax. Okay. Hey. I just remember I was just like, I was trying to sound so cute. I was just like, hey, how are you? You know, like just trying to talk. And he was just like, what's up? And his voice was so deep. Yo, like I loved it. I was just like, wow, this is a man. I was just like, okay, this man just needs to come on and just scoop me off my feet and just wife me up. Is how I felt. So I was just like, wow, his voice is deep. His beard was like full and nice, like this yellow hat. He was just on his bed, just dark skin, and he was low-key acting like a little light skin. He was just like, yeah, what's up? What if you get your... Anyways, not gonna lie, you know, he sounded kind of, you know, hood. And I was just like, so where are you from? You know, because I thought he was like, I'm from Fort Worth, like, you know, the deep voice. And I'm just like, I at the time, y'all, I didn't know anybody from Fort Worth. So, and then he was like, no, I'm just joking, I'm mixed. And in my head, I'm like, what are you mixed with? Because when you think of mixed, I automatically think, oh, black and white, or like black and something, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, mixed. He was like, yeah, I'm Cameroonian and Nigerian. That's not mixed, you're just African, yeah. And we're just arguing about like that stuff or whatever. So we had gone off the phone, like we had like a good conversation, got off the phone, whatever. Then I called my cousin. I was just like, okay, girl. So he on the phone and he was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, his voice is so deep. He looks so much better in person than his pictures. He's nice. He's a man. Like, you know, I've been wanting this, and he's a little bit older than me. So it's like, yes, honey. And then she was just like, okay, girl, I hope this works out, and da-da-da. And I was just like, relax. I just talked to him for the first time. It's not even all that. I forgot to mention this part, but he's cousins with this dude who I'm really close with, okay? And like, it's like, well, me and him were on FaceTime. He told me like, oh yeah, you know, blah, 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 that's my cousin, like, you know, that's family, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, you know, he's a good person. I actually enjoy his company. Like, that's my nigga, like, I love him, you know? So I was just like, okay, so you can't be too far off from him, you know? So I kind of told her all that, and she's just like, yeah, girl, you need to go ahead with that, and whatever. And I mean, that's basically the story of how I personally met him. And of course, like after that time, we hung out a couple of times. It was a good time. He used to stalk me on Instagram, is what I'm gonna use for this story, because the way he told me was, he was on my page and he was just like, wow, you know, this girl, she fine, she's sexy. And he would tell his friend that like he was gonna get me or whatever, and I was just like, boy, you can get your... And this is before we actually started dating. He told me this stuff and I was just like, oh, LOL. Okay. But look at me now, we're together and happy. But yeah, so I mean, that's the story. I mean, there's really nothing to it, but that's how we met. That's how I met him. This is my story. I don't know about him or whatever, but yeah, this is how we met, guys. Comment down below, you know, any other questions you want to know. And remember, it's Team Jen all the way, honey. Okay. And I was just like,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta come in this thing and make sure you...
Mommy, I'm making a video!